I thought I would shoot a quick video about this Epiphone Noel Gallagher Riviera. At least that's what it started out as. As you can see, it's changed a lot. So what have we done here? I added a Bigsby because Rivieras are supposed to have stop tail pieces, come on. So I added a Bigsby and I plugged the stop tail holes the same way Gibson would often do back in the 50s and 60s with pieces of pearl. So I just cut those out and inlaid them, and that is real pearl, it's golden pearl. I also plugged the big bushing holes for the bridge with flats on ebony, if I recall correctly. And then I installed the old style two-pneumatic bridge with the flywheels, two on the bottom and then the American posts. An American bridge, all gold. I put in a real Switchcraft switch so that I could use the old Gibson style nut with coarse knurling. The jack and the pods are still original. They work fine. I made new humbuckers completely from scratch with lots of nice USA parts. They're wound kind of hot, but they're hand wound, and they're wound in a way that they don't really sound hot. They're still very clear and very mellow. I inlaid some wood on the sides of the pickup cavities because they were meant to work with those wider rings, and I wanted to use these USA rings that are made out of the same plastic as the originals, and the bridge one's a lot taller. I just think they look better. Let's see, what else did I do on this thing? I tinted and aged the headstock to give it more of that kind of green opal-y shine. Darkened the fretboard because it's I can't remember, Indian laurel instead of rosewood, and it was very light, and so I tinted it with leather dye. There's the Noel Gallagher label. I may at some point sand this finish way back to matte and then do a nitrocellulose top coat so it's not so shiny, but haven't done it yet. Over onto the back. When I bought this thing, it had fallen on its face, which cracked the lacquer around the nut here. So I sanded back to the bare wood on the back of this whole neck, and I reshaped it because I don't like those hard angles that come stock from Epiphone. So I completely recarved it, and then I refinished it in kind of a wine red nitrocellulose that's sort of semi-gloss. And you can just barely see Noel's signature still. Tuners were obviously replaced with Grovers. If I flip it back over again, you can see where I reshaped everything. I also added a new nut. That one's made out of the correct old Delrin nylon that was on the old late 50s Gibsons. It was a little narrower this way, so I had to inlay some maple and then tint it black to fill that slight gap. It worked great. The nut sounds really, really good on the open strings. So I think that's it for this one. It is a wonderful guitar now. It was good when I bought it, but now it's real good.